בוקר טוב חברים, היום אני ממשיך במסע הראיונות שלי. היום אני עושה את הראיון השלישי שלי באנגלית אחרי ג'ון פיינציל וננה צווטקוביץ'. אני מראיין שחקן שישחק בגמר גביע המדינה עוד שבוע בדיוק. הראיון מן הסתם יהיה באנגלית, ועכשיו רגע לפני שהוא מצטרף אני עושה את הקדימון בשפה העברית. אני מראיין את אחד השוערים הטובים שהיו לנו פה במדינה 4 שנים, השוער של נבחרת ליטא, והוא כבר שוער ראשון גם בהפועל חיפה, גם בהפועל באר שבע, ועכשיו גם בהפועל תל אביב שנמצאת בגמר גביע המדינה. יהיה איתי ארנסטס שטקוס שכבר ייכנס. It's a pleasure for me, after all, that it's happening, and I got the right to interview you.
Okay, it's a pleasure to me.
So I got a couple of questions about your career in Europe and in Israel as well. Let's go.
Okay, we can start.
We can start. You've started your career with local team Zalgiris Vilna for 5 seasons. One of them was loan season. What lessons and skills did you get from this team for the rest of your career?
Zalgiris was my first professional team, and I signed a contract with Zalgiris when I was 19 years old, and they gave me almost everything what I have now. So I'm very thankful to this club because there I started my career as a professional footballer. So I made my first steps in my career, and I'm very thankful to this club for the opportunity they gave me. And Žalgiris is the best team in Lithuania. It's the biggest team in Lithuania, so I had good experience.
That's an honor.
So I was prepared to travel abroad and play as a foreigner in another countries.
And it happened in 2010 when you went to Cyprus, 2 seasons with Olympiacos Nicosia. I'm not quite an expert in Cyprus football, excuse me, but during the time, was it in the top league in Cyprus?
Yes, it was my first club as a foreigner. It was in the highest division in Cyprus. We made quite good season. We finished, if I remember good, in 6th or 7th place.
Wow.
And it was nice beginning for me because it was the first time when I moved out from my country. And I got a lot of good experience there. And I had a lot of good friends. I met a lot of good persons over there. And yeah, it's in Lithuania is not very famous for his football because in the first place is basketball in our country, so it's quite hard to get out from Lithuania directly to high level league.
Yeah.
So.
And during your time in Cyprus as well, you've started to play some games for the Lithuania national team.
Yes, when I was playing in Cyprus and I got called to the national team, and I made my debut in national team when I was playing in Cyprus. We played against Poland. In Poland at that time was striker Lewandowski, winger Błaszczykowski from Borussia Dortmund. It was very strong team. It was a friendly game, but we won 2-0. And this game will stay all my life in my memories because it was my first game for my country.
Of course, after the season at Belarus with Gomel and Botev Plovdiv, Botev was in Bulgaria, excuse me, and you went back to Cyprus. You are the first goalkeeper back again with Nae Salamis. I hope I pronounced it right.
Yes, Nea Salamis, yes. I spent half season in Bulgaria. It was also good experience because Botev Plovdiv, it's one of the biggest clubs in Bulgaria, very popular. A lot of fans was in the stadiums, but the club itself, they had big plans, but the management wasn't so good. And after 6 months, I had to change a team, but it was quite hard to find a team because it was middle of the season. It was February, and I signed for 3 months with the club Gomel from Belarus. And after 2 trainings there, I got injury. I was out for 2 months, so nice. I played only 2. I played only 2 games in Belarus, and after that, I signed in Cyprus. I knew the country. I wanted to come back to Cyprus, so I signed with Nea Salamis.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure that injuries are not nice part of the games, but it can for sure upgrade the footballer.
Yeah, you get experience, and it's of course it's not nice thing, but it's a part of your game. It's very hard, to avoid injuries.
Yes, a lot of footballers are getting upgraded after season in Greece with Karkiva. You signed in Turkey, first top league you signed for Sivasspor, but unfortunately your club in that time got relegated, but still you can sum that time as a top experience.
Yeah, I had a good season in Greece, and Turkish club bought me from Greece, and it was really good club in Turkey. But football, it's football, and we had a good team, but despite good squad, we relegated. Unfortunately, we relegated to 2nd division. But I gained a lot of experience. I think it was the toughest league I ever played. A lot of good teams, a lot of famous players like Samuel Eto'o, Lucas Podolski, Quaresma, Nani, and
Wesley
a lot
Sneijder, of course.
Yes, Wesley Sneijder, a lot of more players. It was in every team we had a lot of world-class stars.
Wow, that was the days when the Turkish league was a top league with top veteran stars. You can say that about the Dutch league as well, as a tough league. A season with Den Haag finished far from the relegation zone.
Yes, we finished, if I remember good, in 10th position. It was quite good result for the club which I played. Well, Dutch league, it's interesting league. Very nice stadiums, a lot of fans in every stadium. but there is a big gap between first three teams and the rest teams. Because Ajax, Feyenoord, PSV, it's I can say five levels above other teams, and
Yes.
it's not so nice to play because sometimes if they have good day, they can destroy you. You can lose 5-6,
yes,
0.
like Ajax did in October 2020
Yeah.
when it was 30-0.
Yes, so this is normal for Dutch league, and it's really big gap, but it's nice experience when you play against Ajax in front of 50,000 people, and it was really nice experience.
Yes, and after your season in Den Haag, you came here to Israel to play for Hapoel Haifa. Before you signed, Hapoel Haifa used to be a bottom club playoff, sometimes even battling against relegation. But in your debut season, it was like a top season, finished in the 4th place, ticket for the Europa League, but you didn't stop. You won the State Cup after beating Maccabi Haifa in the quarterfinals, Ra'anana in penalties, and of course that exciting final against Beitar Jerusalem, who were favorites in that time to win the local double. Did you believe, even in your wildest dreams, that Hapoel Haifa will have such an incredible season?
Well, first of all, after I spoke with coach of Hapoel Haifa before I came to Israel, I spoke with Nir Klinger. He convinced me to come. I came to Israel. I knew that Hapoel Haifa is not a top club, but every year they take some good players, and we want to fight for the highest places. And that year we had very good team, very good players, very good, all was as a friends in a team. We had very good dressing room. And of course, nobody believed that we will win a cup and we will fight for even championship, because most of the championship we were in first, second place. But during the season, we saw that we can win everyone. So we started to believe about the highest places and about the cup. And after we passed Maccabi Haifa in quarterfinal in the cup, of course, we were only one thing in our heads was how to win a cup. And in a semifinal, we went to the penalties against Ra'anana. I stopped 3 penalties, and
wow.
Yeah, it was
one of them. One of them was Hapoel Ra'anana penalty that if it was in, Ra'anana in the final, but you kept
yes,
Haifa in life, and it was a
yes,
crucial save.
yes. So I'm glad that I helped my team to reach the finals, and in the final we played against Beitar Jerusalem. It was really nice atmosphere in Teddy, because half of the stadium was Beitar fans, half Hapoel Haifa fans, and in extra time we won 3-1 against Beitar. Of course, we weren't favorites, but like I said, we had really good team, really strong team, really good characters in the team, and it was, for us, it wasn't surprise to win a cup, because we knew that we can do it. So
that was a top experience. And another top experience was after you won the Super Cup, you played in Europa League qualifiers against Italian giants, I can say, because they've been amazing in recent years. Atalanta in Sami Ofer, despite the 4-1 defeat. How was it to join the top European experience to play against good players like Alejandro Gomez, Duvan Zapata, and Josip Ilicic?
Yeah, first game we played in semi-offer against Atalanta, and it was proud moment, because for the club like Hapoel Haifa to bring opponent like Atalanta, it was a really big thing. Unfortunately, we lost this game 4-1, and but the game wasn't so in this game wasn't so big difference like the results shows.
Yeah.
We were fighting, but unfortunately we lost 4-1, and all the hopes to reach another round lost. But it was good experience. We played against top team, and many players, I think, learned from this game a lot. And yeah, I hope Hapoel Haifa will in the next years also will play in Europa League. I wish them, because I like this club and I have good memories there.
Yes, it was 2 fabulous seasons with Hapoel Haifa, and after that you went on to sign with Hapoel Be'er Sheva after you should have supposed to play for Beitar Jerusalem, but somehow it was cancelled. Barak Bahar bring you to Be'er Sheva, but in the middle of the season he was replaced by Yossi Abuxis. Quite frustrating season, but you managed to end it in a positive way with the State Cup.
Yes, Beersheva was and still is, one of the biggest club in Israel, and every year there is a lot of hopes to fight for championship, for State Cup. But unfortunately, the season went quite wrong, and we finished only in 4th position. I got serious injury in my hand. I couldn't play for 3 months. But at the end of this, we had good moment. We won State Cup in the final, and the season stays positive, because every trophy is a trophy, no matter what happened. If you win a trophy, it's positive season.
Yes, and we can say that the current season as well with Hapoel Tel Aviv, with with Nir Klinger again, is a positive season as well. It was catastrophic first round, but then you've started to play top football, and in a week from today you'll be in the cup final against rivals Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yes, we started really bad, and we were in a last position for almost half of the season, and it was really stressful moment, because Hapoel Tel Aviv is a big club with a lot of fans, and we were fighting for relegation, and fight for relegation, it's always very stressful for players, for fans, and a lot of pressure.
And it's especially for a club like Hapoel Tel Aviv, it's stressful situation. Despite that, did the players in the dressing room believed always that you can go to a new positive way?
Well, we always believed. We were fighting in every game, and from January we got some new players, so we became stronger, and with new players after first game we started positive. I think we draw or won, I don't remember.
I think it was a 2-2 draw against your former club, Hapoel Haifa.
Yes, and after we won against Beitar, if I'm not wrong.
1-0 against Beitar, 1-0 against Be'er Sheva as well.
Yes, so we started to believe. We fight in every game, and we managed to finish in 10th position. So with quite big gap from the bottom teams. So I'm very proud of my teammates, of the coaches, because it was really difficult situation, but we managed to stay in a league and even reach final of the cup.
I'm gonna ask you now, before we'll finish, question about the semi-final against Beitar Tel Aviv. It was again at penalties. Hapoel Tel Aviv missed, I believe it was one penalty, and after you saved the last penalty that gained the final, to know how the feel is in the stadium. It should have supposed to be in full stadium in Bloomfield, but because of the Rockets, it was without fans. But still, the adrenaline of the players was top after you realize that you're going to finish the season in a sweet and positive way.
Yes, it's always, it's always nice, when you reach a final, but of course it was, big tension because you are one step from a final and you're going in a penalties. But I'm very proud of my teammates because they shoot very good penalties. They scored 7 penalties from 8. So from 7, no,
7
6
from 8.
from 7 from 8.
Finished
Yes.
7-6 to Hapoel.
Yes. So they scored 7 penalties from 8. So I'm proud of them, and I'm glad that I saved 2 penalties and helped for Hapoel to reach final.
And before we finish, is there something you want to say to Hapoel Tel Aviv fans before the cup final?
Yes, I hope June of 3rd of June we can celebrate winning a cup all together in Bloomfield, in full Bloomfield, and Yalla Hapoel.
Good luck, of course. It was a pleasure to have you here. I'm wishing all of best to Hapoel Tel Aviv, the players, and you, of course. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ben. Take care of you. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.